DirtySnackageGaming.
How's it going, guys? This is DirtySnackageGaming, and today I'm going to show you how to do the Father's Daughter side quest. That's what I'm calling it. That's not the official title, but I think it's a pretty good title. So I'm going to show you guys how to get to the little girl from this lamp here. And I'm not going to use any of the shortcuts in case any of you haven't opened them yet. So there's going to be a lot of enemies that you're going to run into, and I've already killed them all for the sake of saving time. And there's a huge group right here that you're going to run into. And then there's a lot of guys around this burning werewolf. So just be careful around here. And while we're running to the area where she is, just give you some of my thoughts on the game so far. I've beaten the Father Boss and the Cleric Beast so far, and the game is just amazing in my opinion up to this point. The world is awesome. The combat is, I think it's a bit more in depth than Dark Souls. There's a lot more comboing that you're able to do, mixing strong attacks with weak attacks, and the changing of your short-ranged weapon to long range is really awesome. Okay, so you want to be down in these sewers here, and I don't think there's any other way to get down but to drop. You're gonna lose a lot of health, and just be careful where you fall because there's this guy here and he's pretty tough. There's one over here, there's one back here, and then there's a guy that shoots at you from right here. This is where he spawns. Now, I wouldn't go down here. There's a lot of rats, and they're pretty annoying. And I'd just start up here because you're going to run into two guys with guns up here, and then one of these big guys with the spears. And you don't want to be down there while they're shooting at you. You want to be up here so that you can kill them. And then there's going to be these crows that you can just take care of easily. Then once you get through there, just drop down here. Ascend the ladder. The really long ladder. Really long ladder. And you can just ignore these guys over there. They won't harm you. Go across the bridge. And then sneak up on this big guy here. Just do a power attack and then just shove your hand straight through his back. That's pretty much what you do. And then right up this ladder is where the little girl is. Now, what I've figured out, and I'm pretty sure other people have already figured it out too, is if you ever see this red lamp, which we can zoom in on, this one here, that means that there's somebody inside of the building that you can talk to. You can either knock on the door or talk to them through the window, either way. And the little girl is right here.
Who are you? I don't know your voice, but I know that smell. Are you a hunter? Please go look for my mum. Daddy never came back from the hunt, and she went to find him, but now she's gone too. I'm all alone and scared.
So you can refuse, but I suggest you you just accept the quest.
Really? Oh, thank you. My mum wears a red jeweled brooch. It's so big and beautiful. You won't miss it. Oh, I mustn't forget. If you find my mum, give her this music box. It plays one of Daddy's favourite songs, and when Daddy forgets us, we play it for him so he remembers. Mum's so silly running off without it.
Okay, so at this point, you want to open up this shortcut here, and it leads you back to this area. Now, one way, at this point, you're going to want to go to the boss, the father boss. If you haven't already beaten him, he is across a giant bridge, which I will show you how to get there. Now, this is just one way to get there. Now, I didn't kill any of the enemies here, just so that you guys know what you're up against. There's those two weirdos there. There's these two psycho birds that just drop down from up there, so be careful of that. There's a guy in there. There's these guys here. And then there's a giant pig down there. I suggest you don't go down this tunnel. There's another way you can get to him. And just climb this ladder, which is also really long. And then you'll reach this bridge. With these guys here. Now just like run on the bridge and then run back is what I'd say you do. Because they're gonna send a flaming boulder down. Kill everybody. And you're just gonna have to take care of these two guys here.
It's your fault.
And then right up here, you can ignore these guys, or you can just like go and backstab him or power attack him. But you can ignore them. And then right up these stairs, this is where the boss fight is gonna start. If you haven't already started it, entrance is gonna look like this. If you have, there's gonna be fog, and then you just traverse the fog, and then the boss fight starts. I already beat him, so that's why he's not showing up. Now, you want to go up here, and you want to come around this way, and then drop down from here. And then this is the little girl's mother, and this is where you can pick up the brooch. And then after you pick it up, you just want to return to the little girl. Alright, here we are back at the little girl, and by this point you should know what to do. Just talk to her again.
The hunter still can't find my mum.
And then once again you have a choice not to give it to her, but just give it to her.
Mr. Hunter, was it really her? Mummy? Mummy? Leave me alone.
So after you give her the brooch, there's no more dialogue. She just keeps crying. This is all I've been able to figure out up to this point. And one more thing I forgot to mention about the music box. You can use it in the father fight to stun him for a bit, but be careful not to overuse it. So that's gonna be it for this video. I will update it once I figure out more. about this little girl and her side quest. One other thing, don't send her to the cathedral, or else she'll end up dead. I mean, you can if you want her to end up dead, but that's pretty sick. Alright guys,